Hello, welcome to Semtech. Today we are going to solve the day 10 of September LeetCode challenge. Today's problem name is bulls and cows. Okay, so let's try to understand the problem statement first. Then we will try to see the given example. Then we will try to design one solution for the same. Okay, so what they are saying, suppose you and your friend is playing one game named bulls and cow. So what is the game here? So basically you will write down your one number in a paper, right? Probably. So suppose you wrote one number called 1807 in your paper. So it's your number, or you can say it as a secret number. Okay, after that you will ask your friend to guess any number of the given size, right? So if you write down a 4-digit number, your friend will only guess a 4-digit number, right? Suppose your friend is guessed 7810. So now we need to match each and every position of the two number, guess number and secret number, and we need to return the bull value and cow value. So what is bull value and cow value here? So suppose if you found any number is matching with its digits and its value, then in that case we are going to increment our bull counter. So you can see that here 8 and 8 is matching, right? So we are going to increment our bull counter. So our bull value will be 1. But if you check the other value, right? So 1 and 7, I can see 1 and 7 is not matching, right? But you can see, or 7 is not matching, but you can see that 7 is already there, right? Its position is wrong probably, but 7 is present in our secret number, right? So that means we are going to increment our cow value. But suppose that 7 is not there in our secret, then we are not going to increment our cow value. Okay, so again we already matched 8, so I know that it will be considered as bull. Again I will check for 1, right? Again I will see that this 1 is not present in the third position, but 1 is present in the first position, right? So again it can be a cow, right? So we are going to increment our cow. Again we will move forward and we will check for 0. Again for 0 it's not matching with the last digit, but it's matching with the third digit, right? So again we are going to increment our cow. So our cow will be 3 and bull will be 1. So once we are done, we need to just return it, right? 1 A. So here where A will denote number of bulls, and 3 B. So where B will denote number of cow. Okay, so at the end we need to return this answer. So let's quickly check the second example also for better understanding. Again we can see I will try to match with 0 and 1. I can see 0 is, for the first position it's not matching, right? But I will check 0 is present in other position, no, right? So again it will not increment, it will not consider as cow value, right? I will move forward and I will check for the second one. Here I can see it's matching with the position itself, right? So we can say that our bull value will be +1. It's matching, right? Now again I will check for this one. Here I can see it's not matching, right, with 2, but this number is present in the first position. So we can increment our cow value as 1. Now I will move forward, I will check the last digit 1 and 3. Here it's not again matching, but there is no more possible position for this one also, right, because we already considered this one and this one. So again this will not be considered as cow. So our cow will remain 1 and bull will remain 1. So we are going to return 1A and 1B. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Let's try to solve the same using Java. So how we can solve it? So we have two goals, right? One is we need to count total number of bull, and second is we need to count total number of cow. So counting the bull is very easy, right? So we can iterate through these two numbers and we can check the equal digit with equal position, right? And if I found that, I am going to increment my bull side, right? Now how we can count the number of cows? So the tricks is there only, right? So because not only we need to check the position and value, but we need to check that particular number 7 is present in the other in the actual secret number or not in other position, right? So that is the trick. So how we can do that? So we can, one naive approach can be that we can pick any number, and if it is not matching, then we can again scan through the secret number once again, and we can check that whether the particular number is present in the other position or not. But that will, for that we need to use 2 nested for loop, and that will time complexity will be in that case order of n square. So can we solve it in a linear time? I think we can solve it in linear time, right? So somehow we can, if we can reduce the time complexity to order of n, so that will be our optimized solution, right? So how we can do that? So probably we are going to take 2 array, right? So one probably you can name it as guess array, and one can be secret array. So here our array size is fixed, right? Because we are dealing with numbers or digits, right? So it should be 0 to 9. So our array size will be 0 to 9, and total size will be 10, right? So now what I will do, if the number is matching, right, position and the value is matching, then we are going to increment the bull. And if it is not matching, suppose if you check this example, right, 7 and 1. So this is not matching, right? So what I will do, so this is our secret value, this is our guess value. So I will go to my secret value, secret array, and I am going to, for this particular index, I am going to increment my value. Initially it will be all 0 and it will be plus 1, right? Again, I similarly for the guess, I will go guess array and I am going to find the 7th position and I am going to increment that, okay? So it should be 8, 7. So it should be again plus 1. Now for the second number, it's already matching, we don't need to do anything. So again, I will come to the third digits. Again, here it's 1 and here it's 0, right? So again, what I will do, I will again update the corresponding value, right? So again, it's for 0 it will be plus 1, again for 1 it will be plus 1, right? So using this way, now later we can again, once we are done with the iteration of these two numbers, then we can again iterate through these two array and we can identify the minimum value, and using that we can count the total number of cows. But why we are doing is that, so that's the question, right? So basically we are just taking the minimum value, right? So why? So suppose I increment the 7, I pick the 7 and I increment 7 value as 1 here, right? What that means? That means we have one number in our guess number, that's number of frequencies 1. So now I will again, whenever I will iterate through my secret array, in the end I will check for the 7th position, is there any number? So if it is matching, right, 1 1, that means we can pick 1, right? So suppose if I found that in our actual secret array there are 2 7s, so it will frequency be 2, right? In that case I can only consider 1. So for that reason I am going to take the minimum value. So this will be the logic. So let's write the code quickly using Java. That will give you much better clear understanding. So let's write that. After that we will try to analyze the time and space complexity. Okay. So what I will do, I am going to take two array, right, integer array of size 10. So let us name it as secret or S, and again its size will be new int 10. Okay, since we are dealing with digit only, right? Similarly, I am going to declare another array, probably int G for guess numbers, and again it will be new int 10. Okay. So now what next? We need to take two counter, right? So one is for bool counter to calculate the number of bulls. Initially it will be 0, and again I need another counter to calculate the total number of cows, right? So again it will be 0. Now what next? So now I can run one for loop. So for int I equals to 0, and our for loop will run till our whatever our secret. So in this case, that length of secret or guess will be same, right? So we can consider any of the ones. So it can be dot length. So since it's length, so we need to call the length method, and it will run till I plus plus. Okay. Now what I will do, I will declare two more character probably. So char, so probably let us name it as CS, and I am going to pick the particular character for comparison, right? We need to do comparison, right? So char CS, and let us take it as secret. At first we are going to consider the secret one, char at. So using char at, I am going to pick the particular number, right? So let us, it will be like this, right? Similarly we will do for character of guess number, right? So it should be CG probably, and let us name it as guess dot char at, and again we are going to we will fetch the a value. So what we are doing here, so we are picking one number at a time, right? So we will start with 0 index and we will iterate till end, right? So now after picking the numbers, so we need to check the equality, right? So let's do that. So if CS equals to CG means position and value both are matching, right? So we are going to increment our bool. What next now? And if it is not matching else, then we are going to update these two frequency array, right? So I am going to update this array. So it should be S and whatever my character CS. So since it's a character, we need to convert it into integer, right? Because array only contains integer index. Okay. So it should be CS minus 0, and whatever the initially it will be 0. Since it's an integer array, we are going to increment the frequency. Similarly, we will do for the second number also for our guess. So again it will be CG minus 0. So we are incrementing the frequency, right? So this for loop will populate both these two array, right, or frequency array. Now I will run through this or iterate through these two array, and I will go to take the minimum value. Okay. So let's do this. So how we can do this? So again I need to run one for loop. So again it will start from int I equals to 0, and again it should be run till I. So both array size is 10, right? So we can take either S or G. So let's take G this time. So it should be less than 10, right? It's fixed, right? Actually, and it should be I plus plus. Now what I will do, I will take the minimum value, right? So we already declared one variable called cow. So let's reuse that quickly. So it should be cow, and again whatever my cow value, counter value, I am going to take the minimum value of these two, right? Suppose if I am checking for 0, I will check the 0 position for the two array, a secret array and guess array, and I am going to take the minimum value, right? So it should be math.min. Again, it will be si or gi, okay? And once we are done, we can directly return it, right? So it should be return. So it should be total number of bool plus, for bool we need to return a. Again, for cow also we need to append the cow. So cow will contain the total number of cows, and plus it should be b, right? So I think that will be our answer. Let's quickly run our code and check whether this code is compiling or not. Okay, so there are slight spelling mistake. Let's quickly fix that quickly. Okay, so it should be, I think, G only. It was wrong. So let's now run our code, and I think it's giving us the expected answer. So now let's quickly submit our answer and check whether it's accepted or not. Okay. Yeah, I think our solution is accepted. So let's try to quickly analyze the time and space complexity here, right? So we can see that we are iterating through the secret or whatever or guess array only once. So again, so time complexity will be order of n, where n is the size of our secret or guess number. Okay. And this case you can see the second for loop, we are running it in constant time, right? So in this case we are going to consider this time complexity also only, right? Order of n. Since whatever the size of our input string length, it will run only for 10 times only, right? Because it's always 10, 0 to 9. So again, so for time complexity will be order of n, and for the space one, again we are using constant space, I think, because every time it's 10, size is 10, right? Irrespective of the input size. So we can solve it using it in constant space, right? So time complexity, space complexity will be constant. I think you understand the logic. If you still have some doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.